Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here to kind of go over how to retire early and how possible it actually is to get rich off of stocks without having a crazy high income. You can just have, an average US income, even below average, and retire fairly early off of just purchasing stocks. So without further ado, if you enjoy this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. We're almost at 100 subscribers. I think we're at 93 as of recording this right now. So if you could subscribe, that would also mean a lot. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, let's get right into it. So what is financial independence? Retire early. It's called FIRE. So it's called Financial Independence Retire Early. That makes the FIRE abbreviation. But it's a movement of people devoted to a program of extreme savings and investment with the goal of retiring far earlier than traditional budgets and retirement plans would permit. So it is basically just people that want to retire really early because, the conventional retirement age is 65 to 70, and people want to even be financially free at that age, but a lot of people aren't, sadly. And yeah, you want to save 75% of your yearly income, and when your savings reach your FIRE number, typically 25 times their yearly expenses, you may quit their day jobs or work altogether. So FIRE is, a very interesting movement that we've seen recently, and it's been happening for a long time, but I feel like it's been a lot more popular as of recent. And we can see right here, if we do some math, I just want to put FIRE into perspective. So the average US salary is $63,795. Let's say you did invest, 75% of that, we'll say 64,000. And then or we'll do, see, that's $48,000 invested, and let's divide it by 12 because you're going to be investing that each month. So that's $4,000 a month. And we'll say you started with, a modest $10,000, and let's see what it does over 10 years. At the average 10% annual return, $4,000 at the beginning of every month. It's $831,000. That's probably enough money for a lot of people to retire, because you can see the interest at the end of that 10 years is already like you're making more per year on that 10% than you were at your job. So even if you're working while you're doing this, in 10 years only, you doubled your income. Which is, that just goes to show how amazing this movement can be. And then if we take it to 20 years, let's say you're 20 and you want to retire by 40, and you're investing 75% of your average income. You could have a higher income, but let's say you have the average income. Towards the end of your FIRE journey, you're going to be making $267,000 a year just from the stock market. So that's probably enough for a lot of people to retire. That's a lot more than, a lot of people need. A lot of people would keep going at that time too. I think that would be cool, but at the same time, you don't really need it. But that's where I wanted to show that. I make a lot of videos about investing in the right stocks, not just a mutual fund like SPY or like, VU or stuff like that. I make a lot of videos like not talking about that traditional way of investing. I think that it's more fun for me, at least. I think I can outpace returns in the market as well, which is the most important part. But it's also more fun to pick stocks and try to beat the market. So we can see, like, if we picked Amazon, 5 years ago, we made 77%. That's pretty good. But amid this recent drop. But let's just, also, it's not compounding in these examples, but if you made 200% in the past 5 years, that's a lot higher than, the stock market. The stock market's only gone up in the past 5 years. Let's just look at, a major index, the S&P Spider. In the past 5 years, the stock market's gone up 93%. So if we check that 93%, and then we take the 200%, you made 100% more. You made double basically what the stock market has returned. So that's a way to excel your investment very quickly, is investing in the right stocks. FIRE can definitely be achieved a lot faster, but FIRE is also, I will, acknowledge that it is very extreme. Investing 75% of your income is a lot, but at the same time, if your goal is to retire that early, you should be doing that. I think that's the secret to getting rich. The average salary in the U.S. is $63,795. So not a lot to live off of. But I mean, if you really want to get rich, I'd say take this salary and like for 5 years, just try to keep your expenses very low. Because honestly, I'd say if I were in that position and I just wanted to, get rich and retire early and have financial freedom, I'd take my 64,000 and I'd try to invest 90%, which is 57,600. I'd try to invest that. So honestly, and then we divide that by 12. How much are we investing each month? We can see that that's 4,800 a month. And I mean, it would be a rough time living during that time. But I mean, at the same time, let's say we can also beat the market too. I mean, this is optimistic guess, but let's say we get 15% over the course of 10 years. I don't think this is very unrealistic, but we can see in 10 years we have $1 million, and we're making $166,000 a year just off the stock market. And then once the years keep going up and up, and you keep investing in the right stocks, and now you have more capital to put in those right stocks. I mean, it's just a snowball of money going up. You're making almost $1 million a year. And the earlier you start this, the better, obviously. So I wish someone even told me about this earlier. I'm 19 right now, but if someone told me about this when I was, I don't know, 12, 15, I think I would be in a much better financial place right now. But also, you got to enjoy being a kid. But at the same time, I mean, this is a lot of money. And the earlier you start, the better. I mean, we can just see, like, if we can, I mean, it's hard to have an annualized return rate of 15% for 40 years. It's possible, but it's hard. But I think, definitely could do it. But I mean, yeah, once you get to the 40-year mark, you're making 15 million a year just off the average like market return, or 15%. Then once you have $100 million, I think you're okay. But yeah, I mean, even we can see, like, even if we didn't do the 15%, you're at $27 million. That's more than anyone could probably need, right? Because I mean, at this point too, if you just keep your expenses under $2.5 million a year, which you could probably do, you have money to put back into the market and keep buying new stocks. So as long as you do that, I think you're fine. So yeah, I mean, this is also just with the average income. If you get a good job, I mean, by all means, you're accelerating your growth tremendously. I mean, if you get a job that pays, $10,000 a month, you get a really good job, $120,000 a year, which isn't that uncommon, especially depending on where you're living. This is just the average U.S. salary, but let's say you live in California and you get a job being, I don't know, a investment banker for $120,000 a year. That's a $10,000 a month investment. Let's say you get the average market return, but after 10 years, that's $2 million. I mean, that's also assuming that you're spending your full income, but let's say you're doing 90%. So, I mean, even still, it's almost $2 million in 10 years. And then basically, you're making your salary. If you invest 90% after 8 years, you should be yielding your salary in the stock market. So, you should have double your income, which at that point, I mean, this is compounding as well, but yeah, you have a lot more money to invest in the stock market. But yeah, I mean, you could see just the effect of compound interest is very, or Albert Einstein actually said it's man's greatest invention is compound interest. But it's very interesting to actually see, like, straight up in your face, because it's a very special thing. I mean, and time is definitely on your side with compound interest. You want to have time because you can see the 10 years, and if we double that, so in 10 years you took $10,000 but investing that. So after the end of the first year, you had 124,000, and then almost 20x that, I'd say. You have 183 or 1.83 million. But let's go to 20 years now, and that almost 2 million turns into almost 7 million just in 10 years. So you almost 7x. I mean, not 7x. You almost 3x your money. And then we take it to 30 years. So we're at, almost 7 million right now, but we add 10 more years, and now we're at 19 million. And so on and so forth. You could see that, I mean, I'm just sitting here plugging numbers, and it's not this easy, but honestly, it really is this easy. You just buy the index fund, and I mean, hopefully it yields hopefully it does what it's done for the past, 100 years in the stock market. So, I mean, and then you can see right here, if you're picking the right stocks and yielding 15%, that's once time is on your side and you've been consistently yielding more than the stock market, that's when things start to explode. Because, I mean, if you can yield a high, value like that for a very long time, because we could see the difference between 10% for 20 years is 6.5. million. And then if we go 20%, you picked amazing stocks, very good return over the past 20 years at 6.5 million, turns into 22 million. So there's definitely, I mean, it's definitely riskier. You could yield less and so potentially slow down your retirement earnings, but not by a lot. I don't think, as long as you don't invest in crazy risky companies. But yeah, I mean, that's basically all I wanted to show for this video. We can check the portfolio real quick. It's a decent day. We're up 51. We were up almost 500 right at market open. It looked like it dropped a lot. It's been going down, but kind of recovering right here. So yeah, same stocks in the portfolio. Still looking to invest some more pretty soon here. Probably pick up some Nike shares, Shopify, Meta, stuff like that. Amazon, maybe even some AMD. AMD is very cheap still. It was like in the 70s. Wow, but they bounced back definitely. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you for watching this video. I hope you gained some knowledge and kind of, take this and apply it to your everyday life and try to, recreate fire if that's your goal. And be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.